Hi there, Stamping Friends. Today I have a cable knit embossed gift card holder, and the center pulls out like that, and then there's room back here for a gift card or cash, whichever you prefer to put in there. I love all those little things that come, well, I don't really love them, but that junk mail that comes that has those fake credit cards, I like those because they work well for projects like this. So I'm using the gift card envelope and trims Thinlit dies, and I'm using all but this piece right here. So all this will be used. The reason for the season stamp set, a very Merry Christmas to you, and the cable knit embossing folder. So let's get started. I've already pre-cut quite a bit of this. I've got the main envelope cut out and the two dots, and I thought this just looked like the perfect little pocket when I took that die out of that package. So I've used garden green cardstock, and I'm going to score 3 sides, reinforce these scores. I'm going to flip it over and do it again just to make it more pliable. And then I just flipped it back. Okay. I'm using the 1/8 inch score tape. And at the bottom here, I'm just going to put a few little pieces on. Okay. And then on one flap, I'm going to use just a small piece. You could also use a glue dot here. You could also use your Tombow glue or the fast fuse. So I'm going to remove the liner on these. Okay. I'm going to fold that one over on that, and this over on here. Reinforce those one more time. Now set that aside for just a second. I want to work on the pocket. I'm going to bring my scoring tool in here, and I hope this shows up on the camera, but all I'm doing is I just lined it along the top, and then about probably 3/8 of an inch, I'm just making some score lines. You could also do this in your paper trimmer or with that little tool that I cannot think of right now, your crimper. It's not a current Stampin' Up product, but it used to be. And then I just laid this down and I cut off probably about 1/4 of an inch, about like that. Okay, I'm going to save that piece. Now I'm going to take the corner of this, line this up on the 1 inch mark, or approximately in there. All I'm going to do is trim off the edge of this. And I just want a little pocket here. This piece you can either throw away or you can make more of the reinforcers with it. These little pieces right here. Okay. Now I'm going to take this, the envelope, and I'm going to take this pocket, and I'm just going to lay it here on this envelope like this. I'm going to bring the big shot in. And I'm going to take this cable knit embossing folder. I'm just going to line this up. Kind of what I'm shooting for is that I want equal amounts on both sides, and I kind of want one of those cables right down the middle. I'm going to put my pocket back on here, line this up so it's straight along the edge. And then very carefully close it. oops, I forgot. You want to run this through with the open end going through first. Let's try this again. I'll have it all crooked. Well, it wants to shift around on me. Okay, let's try this. So open end through, make sure your edges are inside so they don't get caught on the, as you're running this through. And in the process of doing this, I've lost one of my little reinforcers. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. I thought maybe it was stuck underneath my Big Shot for a minute. Okay. So now we have this done. And this is interesting because I did this the opposite way. So, well, you know what? We're just going to go with it. I'm going to take my sponge and some garden green ink and just sponge around this little piece a little bit. And the piece that I'm going to put on the pocket. The top of the pocket here. With some Tombow glue. A little of this glue goes a long way. You don't need a ton. On my other cards, I had the embossing coming up, and you'll see that this is debossed. That cable is debossed instead of embossed on this side. But it's going to be okay. I'm going to take a couple pieces of dimensional and just set that on there. Somehow I got an extra little piece, but we'll use them. And I'm going to set this about right there. And I have this sweet little heart here, and I'm going to add that. This is cut in real red. I'm going to add a glue dot to it. And I'm going to put it right there on that pocket. Bring in some Wink of Stella, because a card just isn't a card without shimmer. Okay. Now I'm going to take one of these little reinforcers. And there is a right and a wrong side to this when you cut it. You'll be able to tell when you see it. Put this about right here, right in the center of that. Take a hole punch and shoot for the center of that circle. Then take my other piece, put it on the other side, and kind of center it. Do the best you can to center it over that hole. Bring the hole punch back in and repunch where you were when you punched the other side. Then I took a piece of this real red baker's twine. Get the loop through and then feed the little strings back through. I can cut this off here. And then just secure that. Then I just took and I made a knot in the end so it can be hung. If it's something you wish to hang on the tree, it can be hung like that. All right, now all we have left to do is the insert. I have a piece of Whisper White cut at 2.5 by 4, and it's scored at 3.5. Okay, and I have something all over this cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and use it. Reinforce this score. Scored back. Actually, you know what? I have another piece cut. I'm not going to use that. That just does not look nice. I'm going to do this again. Then I'm going to bring in this little fake credit card thing. A little bit more tape here just along the very, very edge. If you don't get along the edge, it will interfere with your ability to put your gift card or your cash in there. There we go. I'm going to set this down here. Take my bone folder and reinforce that just to push that glue down so that it adheres. Pull that out and then you can go over it again. But you'll see what that does. It leaves a little pocket there. It gives you room to be able to slide that in and out well. Okay. I'm going to take another strip of this 1/8 inch tape. If you don't have this, again, you can use the Tombow, but you're not going to want to put a lot down because it will come through your next process. Now, I've taken a doily, and this is actually, we used these earlier, but I'm going to kind of center, one of these doilies will make 3 of these cards. So I'm just going to kind of bring this down and line that up like that, and then just press that down. And with a pair of scissors, just going to even that up. Like that. And I still have enough doily, I can make one more card. All right. Then I'm just going to stamp a sentiment here. Oh, you know what I did? I put that on the wrong side. I sure did. I don't think I can get it off. Oh, maybe I can. No, I can't. Not without ripping it. Alrighty. Well, my mother would say, do as I say, not as I do. So, I'll try and fix that later. I'm just going to push this back and do this part again. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, now it's right, and I'll get my eraser and take that tape off. My adhesive eraser. And I'm going to ink up this stamp with some real red ink. Let dry just a tiny bit. And this may very well get stuck in here. So let's bring back the other one that I made that's done right, with the flap on the back, the saying and the lace on front. And I'm just going to stick this right in here. Oh, here's something else I want to tell you. When you open this up, take this and just squeeze it a little. And it makes it much easier to get your piece of cardstock in here, your insert in. And there you have it. Oh, you know what I forgot? The pearls. Goodness. Can't have a sweater without buttons on it. You could easily make this into a masculine card by, I don't know, maybe leaving off the heart and putting some kind of brads or maybe some dark circle, like buttons, faux buttons. Okay, now we have it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.